Local Saigon business shoutouts for today. Number one, we got Nutri Nuts selling organic nut milk and also organic nuts to Saigon. And number two, we got Mila Mushroom. Mila Mushroom is a local pizza place here in Taodian, District 2, Saigon. Highly recommend it. Get the supreme pizza. And number three, last but not least, shout out to my bro Connor Kelly for releasing his first book, Diary of a Saigon Expat. Highly recommend it. I'm reading it right now.
Welcome to another episode of the Lux Saigon podcast, where your voice can be heard. This time we are joined by Rohit, a friend of Nick's who is also highly interested in the subject of manifestation. However, this conversation is about Rohit's experience at the Taylor Swift concert in Singapore. Rohit recommends to watch Taylor's documentary called Miss Americana streaming on Netflix. Enjoy, guys.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm here with my bro Rohit after just finishing watching the Taylor Swift documentary. What's up, Rohit?
Doing good, man. I just returned from the concert 2 days ago, so still buzzing with energy.
When did you
Kind of
watch
happy. Yeah,
the
sorry.
documentary? When did you watch the documentary?
I watched it last year, maybe in September or August, just before her Eras Tour movie came out, just before that.
Wait, how
Yeah.
long have you been like a big Taylor Swift fan?
I was never like a huge fan. I remember when I was like 18 or 19, one of my friends, we used to share like music a lot. So he actually told me about Taylor Swift. He was like, "Oh, this girl, she's a country artist." So I heard her album Fearless, and I
Mm,
really like that album. And usually I like the songs which are not famous,
yeah.
somewhat strange. So I really like the Fearless, the title track. After that, I heard few her songs on Speak Now and other album. I didn't really follow her until she became really famous. It was 1989 album.
Mm,
Yeah, so that's when I was like, wow, she changed from being a country artist to like a pop music. I was
mm-hmm.
never a huge country fan, but I liked her songs. And after 1989, actually, I didn't listen to a lot of her albums until 2020,
Mm.
with Folklore. So that's kind of my journey. And I only heard Midnights, which is like my favorite album, only before going to the concert like 2 months ago. But
Mm.
I really like that album. Yeah. So, but like some of her middle albums, I didn't really follow her that much. But yeah, that's been the journey.
The first song I heard from her ever was Teardrops on My Guitar.
Yeah, that's like even before Fearless. I think that's one of her earliest ones, I guess.
I think
Yeah.
I might have been dang. I was definitely in high school. I forget what year it was, but I was definitely in high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah. I just graduated high school, so it was just about that age.
Sick.
Yeah.
Dang. So yeah, I want to ask you like, so this concert was in Singapore. I mean, I've never been there actually, like to Singapore. Like
Oh,
how much different is it from Vietnam?
extremely different. Hard to explain. I mean, there are good and bad things. So I have all kind of already knew how Singapore is gonna be, because a lot of people compare it to like UAE. Thing is, Singapore is very organized. Everything is, you know, when you go to the biggest difference you'll see when you land in the immigration line, there's no line. There are no humans.
Mm,
Just take your passport and you scan. There are like bunch of machines. They will scan your passport, and if your visa is correct, it will just open the door
cool.
and you go through. And the airport itself is massive. They're like the MRT system, the train system, everything is very organized. It's pretty smooth. It's a very small city in a way, even not even a country. So
Mm,
I think guess that's why I think they're very organized and stuff. You can take train, tram, anywhere, go around the city. Stadium is very organized. So they were very organized in the way, and they were really prepared for a concert. So yeah, but they do have like some areas which are more like is like a little India where it's like a
Mm,
vibe of India. You feel like you're in south of India. And
nice.
there's a Chinatown where you feel like you're in like rural China. So there are aspects of Singapore. Otherwise, it feels like a completely modern high-tech city,
Mm,
and people are kind of more. I wouldn't say maybe I would say polite or well-mannered, but I felt like some of it was genuine, some of it wasn't. So,
mm,
but usually the people were very chill and not so much. But I always felt that when I was in Melbourne, similar thing, and when I came come to Vietnam. But I always like the craziness of the city. I guess it's me,
me too.
but that's how it's different. You will feel like there is so different, and the
Mm,
air is of course clean, really
right.
fresh.
Cool.
But it is hot, even hotter
Mm,
than here.
wow. I guess that makes sense. I heard that for the Taylor Swift concert, the airplane flights from Vietnam to Singapore all sold out.
Yeah, they were. Not just from Vietnam, I guess from neighboring countries too. A lot of them were like either full. It was still sold, but still there was a seat next to me. I don't know how. Maybe they didn't come
Oh,
or what happened.
oh
But the
man.
whole flight was full, but there were two seats. One was next to me and there was another one somewhere. Maybe they
Hmm.
missed the flight or something. I don't know. But
Dang.
yeah, like because I don't know if you know about this. The organizers from Singapore, they got exclusive rights. They made Taylor's team sign exclusive rights, so she could not perform anywhere else other than Japan in Southeast Asia.
Mm.
So she did 6 dates with Singapore, which is a lot for any artist to do 6 days,
Jeez.
6 concerts. And but because of that, other people from neighboring countries are pissed off, rightfully so. Yeah, because and because of that, everyone from all around came to like Singapore.
Mm. Six
So there were a lot of.
days? You mean like back to back or like spread
She
out?
did 3 days back to back, then 2 days break, and then again 3 more days.
Damn. She was busy.
Yeah, she was really busy.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, there were so many people from the neighboring countries, like from Philippines, from Indonesia. Yeah, a lot of people from Philippines. I think Philippines has the biggest fan base, I guess, and of course a lot of people from Vietnam too. But I think
Dang.
Philippines was the biggest crowd, more than people from Singapore. I think there were more Filipinos there. I don't know. Maybe it's just my section, but yeah,
That's cool. How was the energy in the actual concert?
it was crazy, hard to describe. Uh, People were screaming, dancing, singing, crying, everything happening at the same time. So yeah, really crazy. And I guess people are kind of they when they go to Taylor's concert, they know this is how it's gonna be.
And you were
Because
pretty close to the stage, right?
yeah, I was pretty close to the stage. Yeah. Um, yeah, it was pretty, it's hard to describe in words. Uh, it's for some people it was very unreal to see
Mm.
that. Like there was a girl, a Chinese girl after the concert. She was talking to me and she started crying. She was like, "Oh my God, it's so unreal. I've never experienced something like that." And then, of course, a lot of people were feeling emotional. But uh, it's not just a concert. Like the way it's set up and her dancers, the backup singers, the band, the lighting, the stage lights up, the stage moves, and the
Mm.
sound system. Everything is like so organized and so well done. It just takes you to another world. So yeah, people
Nice.
had a lot of fun. Yeah, but I moved around. I was like walking around the seat where I got, like people next to me were kind of boring, so I moved to the left where people were more singing and dancing. So I just stood there outside, uh, just right next to my row. So,
Nice.
but yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So it was similar to the Maroon 5 show where you were standing up and you could move around in your section.
No, here they had seats for everyone,
Ah, okay.
but I have aversion to authority. Whenever they tell you sit down, no, stand up, stand up, no, sit down. I'm just because I felt like I got like I got 3 glasses of beer because the beer queue was huge. Somebody told me like you buy beforehand and it was
Mm.
plastic. So and my seat was 17, like in the middle. So I tried to take it there, and I was like, I'm gonna spill everything. So I just asked the security guy, can I just keep it here? And he said,
Ah,
okay, you can keep it here. And do you mind if I stand here? He's like, yeah, totally, it's fine. We were not
cool.
blocking anyone, so you can, yeah.
Nice.
So
Were you like close enough to Taylor that you could like kind of feel her vibe?
yeah, I actually moved around. So I went close to the VIP section. After that, they won't let you go any further than that. But you
Mm.
could see her anyway. The energy in the stadium is so crazy. Like, uh, it's hard to describe. It's like my friend was joking. It's like 10,000 orgasms happening at the same time. So like something similar to that. But yeah, you can feel her when she speaks. Like in between the sets, she will speak and talk. You can really feel that she is there. Like you can feel her energy through her words.
Cool.
Yeah. So, and I think she is very good at. She knows how to connect with the audience.
Mm.
So she's very good at that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was wondering like, yeah, I wonder what kind of emotions she can like trigger in the audience.
She's like a master of this. I don't know how to, but basically, uh, she is very good at like kind of guiding the audience in the direction she wants to, and like what kind of emotion she want to elicit and stuff like that.
Mm.
Um, and she's very well aware that fans will do whatever she says. So yeah, so it's just there. So
Like what kind
so
of feelings
sometimes
did she trigger in you? Did she like, I don't know, make you feel empowered, or like was she like setting a really cool example of manifestation, attraction, or something like that?
yeah, I didn't think in that terms, but when the sets opens up, like the way she enters the stadium, it's like um the anticipation is insane. Like the way she opens. I don't know
Mm.
if you've seen the opening.
Uh-uh.
She so there are like four dancers. They have like this. It's like they're like in a way they're dressed like a peacock. So they have this huge feather kind of thingy, and there are four dancers. They come to the center of the stage and they cover the the entrance with like the feathers basically. And
Mm.
then there's a like a lift from underneath, and then the lift comes up, and then they remove the feathers. So
Mm.
it's like she comes from the center of the stage. That's how she comes up. But
Mm.
the how they build the anticipation, the music is going, and there's this lyrics. It's like it's been a long time coming.
Mm.
It's been a long time coming. And then all the people anticipate, and and it opens, it's like you can feel the excitement is going through the roof. Like just as the dancers are just opening it up, and then she's there, then people are going crazy. And after that, after the first song, first two songs, she'll say hi, and just try to just acknowledge the crowd and stuff. And it's
Hmm.
like, we have arrived, Singapore, we are here. And that's like,
Nice.
just she knows what to say and how to say it to just rile up the energy. And she yeah, and like her lover album is more about like it's of course a bit romantic album, but they have elements of empowerment. And like there are a few places where she's talking about how, like, as a female, like it was challenging for her to be in this industry for a long time and stuff like that. So that kind of and there's a song where she's kind of like supporting LGBTQ community, kind of
Mm.
doing that. So in that way, the people who are in that community, they also feel like a part of that. And after that, then she goes into her country album style, which is more relaxed, high school vibe. So there are
Hmm.
like all these kind of emotions. You feel excitement, and you feel empowered, and you see. And then there are two albums, Evermore, and which are not her that popular albums, which are incredibly sad albums, very sad.
Mm.
So when you have those, you will see that people are feeling the emotions. Some are crying, and some are singing and stuff. So she really knows how to maybe whoever trained her and whoever knows, they really know how to, kind of make the crowd go in the way she wants them to move around with her albums and her music. Yeah.
Nice. So smart. What was your favorite part of the concert?
My favorite part, it's hard to say. There are like two, three. But I would say um there is a part in Red, uh when that's one album, it's called Red, and she does this song 22, and every time she does that song, she will ask like some specially able person to come there, and she will give them her hat.
Mm.
So like when she did it in SoFi Stadium, um Kobe Bryant's daughter was there, so he just gave her a hug and gave her a hat. So every time there's someone, like there was a girl who was suffering from leukemia, somebody like, so every time she does something special for those people, they might be having a hard time, whatever, just to make them feel special.
Mm.
So that's like one of my favorite parts of her show, because um it's just brings a different vibe to the song. The song is a very happy song anyway, but that thing. And another part is when she does her acoustic set,
Mm.
and then she's always joking and having fun. And she kind of gives her dancers a rest and does an acoustic set by herself and just her guitar and herself for maybe
Nice.
like 20 minutes. I really like that part too.
Did she play
Yeah.
Teardrops on my guitar?
No, she didn't.
Ah, okay.
Not at our, maybe at some other place she might. So
Mm.
in her concert, like out of like 20 songs, like 20, 25 songs she plays, 25, 23 of them are fixed. And she does 2 or 3 surprise songs.
Mm.
So I think she did Teardrop somewhere. I don't know, maybe somewhere in Tokyo or somewhere. But this time when she did the surprise songs, they were from a different album.
Mm-hmm.
But she always does 1 or 2 surprise songs, so just to keep it more interesting, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
She wants the fans to just enjoy the spontaneity, because she just wants to keep it interesting.
True.
Yeah.
Dang. So like you were telling me like after the concert, like, like the concert felt so good, but there was like a crash afterwards.
Yeah, people call it uh era post era depression, something like that. It's some kind of a
Oh,
joke. I don't know. It's called like post Taylor concert depression or something, because the emotional high is so high.
yeah.
After that, for like a 1 or 2 days, you just need to recover, I guess.
Wait, how long was the
Yeah,
whole concert again?
it was really long, 2 hour 40 minutes, I think. It's
Dang.
really long concert, and the way she's able to do it, like, it's crazy how much she trains for that. Um, and it's not like she's only singing; she's dancing, and
Mm.
sometimes she's walking around, running around. So it's a very physically demanding concert. And
And you
I
said
read
like
that she did like CrossFit training, and she walked on the treadmill and sang her songs like to prepare for this concert.
that's really
She
smart.
worked really hard. Yeah.
Yeah, she was prepared.
Yes. Yeah. Even a lot of celebrities said that they went to her concert, and after that they were like depressed for a while, because the emotional high is so high that after everything feels kind of mellow.
It's like almost
Yeah.
a 3 hour long orgasm. It's like,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
takes 2 days to recover.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's sick. So how would you rate your overall experience?
Just the concert, or like the facilities, or like going to
For-
Singapore, or just the concert?
First, I would say just the concert.
Concert, I would give like 11 out of 10. It was so good.
Damn.
The concert
True.
is amazing. Even if you know like only few of Taylor's songs, you will still enjoy the concert because it's so well done. I think it's probably one of the best concerts I've ever been to. It's really good and really organized, and also like the fans are also crazy. So and that's also helpful. Like if you go to some of the concerts, like there like some fans are like okay singing, vibing, and some are
Mm.
just chilling. But in Taylor's concert, almost 90% of the people were screaming and singing. It was so loud sometimes. I had my earplugs with me too. Sometimes I was like, it was so loud, especially when people start screaming. It is so loud, so you got to protect your ears. So, but you can still hear everything. That's
Wait,
why I got like,
about how many people were at that concert?
56,000, I think 55.
Holy, about 56,000 people.
Yeah.
Damn.
On the second day, the third day they added 5,000 more seats, so 61,000 on the third day.
Damn, that's sick.
Huge.
I don't think I've been to a place that packed before. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
so. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was that packed, but it was pretty well organized. That's why I'm saying like even the organization of the concert was very good.
Mm,
Because I think just few weeks ago Coldplay were there. So I think they kind of anticipated how many people will come, how to organize everything. And so yeah.
damn. Yeah, so what's the next concert you have in mind to go see?
I'm going to Bruno Mars, I told you about it, right?
Oh,
At the
sure.
end
Wait,
of the month. Yeah.
where is that again?
In Bangkok.
Bruno
He's
Mars
going
in
to
Bangkok.
Singapore too, but it's like expensive to go to Singapore again. So I'd
True.
rather go to Bangkok. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah. The first thing I heard from him was trying to think. Wasn't he? Do you know Gym Class Heroes?
In classes, no, don't remember.
I feel like he was in a song with them. Or was it Beautiful Girls? Maybe that was his first hit.
Uh, no, he always like he did take part in like other collaborations, but he actually was most of the time was like a solo artist. He has his own band.
Mm.
Um, just the way you are, I think that was like the one of the first hits.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't his. He didn't collaborate with anyone. He was his own album.
Mm.
But after
Yo,
that, like 24K Magic and all the others, I think he did collab with other band members.
so like we went to the Maroon 5 concert, and then you saw Taylor. You're gonna see Bruno Mars pretty soon. Like, are these artists inspiring you with like for your own projects that you have?
Yeah, they have been inspiring me for a long time anyway. But um I was like before COVID, like before the pandemic, I had plans of like going to concert, going to these things and all that. But I kept delaying them. Like, oh, I'll do it later, I'll do it later. Oh, another time, some other time, some other time.
Mm.
And there came a time when I had this realization is like, if I keep doing that, I will probably never see them again. Or
Mm.
I'm not gonna be able to see these artists. And it just happened to happen that in the last 6 months, all of them decided to come to Southeast Asia.
Nice.
Uh, yeah, so first Westlife came here in November, and then Maroon 5.
Mm.
And Singapore, of course, they have all the big artists. Coldplay was there. So I had to choose, can I go to Coldplay or Taylor, because they both the seats were expensive.
Mm.
But I connect with Taylor songs more, so I chose Taylor. And Bruno Mars, like few of my friends are huge fans, so they were like, okay, let's go. So I'm like, okay, why not?
Sick, sick.
Yeah, but they, of course, once you go to the stadium and you come back, especially when they do the live performance, like sometimes they do like acoustic set or just play the piano or sing, it does inspire you in a way, because you can feel the raw, like you can feel the pure musician in them. Because sometimes
Mm.
when you're hearing through an recording, it's like heavily produced
Mm-hmm.
and it's not live. Like, even though you know that's Bruno or you know that's Taylor, but it's so heavily produced, and like there are so many layers, backing tracks, auto tune, whatnot. Like they use so many effects.
That's true.
But when you hear them live, it has a very different impact,
Mm.
and it stays with you for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Is it okay to ask like about how much did the tickets cost in your area, like in your section where you're sitting?
My section was kind of pricey. I was just behind the VIP, so it's category one.
Mm.
On the website, it says $400, but most of us couldn't get it, so we had to buy from a reseller. So we all of us almost paid double. So
True.
if your ticket was 400, you end up paying 850 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because like all the tickets were sold out in like 2, 3 days or something, and the system was down. Like there was a lot of, I don't know, like it's very rarely can you like get through the ticketing system. A lot of people say it's rigged, or the promoters or whoever the bookies are, they always get all the tickets so then they can resell it.
Mm.
But I guess that's their business model. So yeah. So some people were lucky they got it earlier. So they didn't pay as much. But there
Mm-hmm.
were a lot of people, like I asked people around me, like where did they get the tickets and stuff. Most of them got it through resellers, and all of us played double or triple for that. Yeah.
Damn.
So it's almost like almost $850, I guess, for the category one. I mean, if you were lucky enough to buy it the very first time it went on sale, you could have spent a little bit more and just gotten the VIP.
Mm.
But we couldn't get it the first time around.
Wait, if you're in the VIP, can you meet her afterwards?
No, not she doesn't meet here anyone. But
Okay.
it's very close to the stage. That's all. I think she does like mm, backstage meetups in some specific location. I think she did it in Japan. She did it somewhere in Europe, and a very few locations she does it.
Mm.
Um, but yeah,
I saw
even
that
VIP is
in the
like,
documentary. She was
yeah,
in Japan, and then there were these guys like, ah, shit.
yeah,
I was freaking out.
yeah, freaking out, crying. Yeah. So I don't think she used to do it a lot before. If you see her older concerts, she would like go down in the crowd and like walk between the crowd. It was like so stressful for her security team. But she went out and hugged people, said hi. Even like just people who she would just walk down through the like middle and
Mm.
just you see her old concert. She used to have like a double stage concert, one stage in the front, one in the back. So when she will do like her um acoustic set, so she will get down and walk through the crowd to
Mm.
the other side and then do her acoustic set and just
Damn.
give high five and stuff. But I think she didn't have enough time to take pictures and stuff.
Mm.
But after the, I think, second or third world tour, she stopped doing it. It's probably because of security, I guess.
Mm. What do you think all of us could learn from Taylor?
There are lots of things to learn. Personally, I feel like in her last two albums, uh, she she has accepted the fact that she's not perfect. There are a lot of issues with herself. Um, there's a song called Anti-Hero. I don't know. So she has this line, it's me, I am the problem, it's me.
Mm.
So that's the line in the, so she has become, she's come to terms with who she is, and she is a flawed human. She has some, dark side to her. So she accepts it,
Mm.
and she's more willing to take it on the chin, right? So that's something you can learn, because no one of us are perfect. I mean, especially celebrities, people expect them to be perfect and do everything perfectly. And um, you saw her movie, right? Americana, Miss Americana. So you could
Yeah.
see her evolution going from this people pleaser to a person where she became a rebel, and then she came back down to a place where like she's calm, but she acknowledges that she's not perfect. And so yeah, and we all make mistakes. We sometimes hurt other people, sometimes other people hurt us, but well, we can learn from it. Like that's why I really like her album Midnights, because in that album she's much more open and she's talking about those things.
Mm. Yeah, watching the documentary made it feel like, yeah, like she's going through the same stuff that we are, like really similar challenges, like
Mm.
worrying about people's opinions and looking for validation and stuff that I've also done for sure. So like I thought that a celebrity like her would have already figured out like to not care about that in the beginning of their career, but actually not, right? Like it's like part of their journey.
Yeah.
They're still figuring it out too.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, in her movie, it shows like she struggled with that for a long time
Yeah.
because it's really hard to relate with some of these celebrities, especially the child ones, because they get fame such a young age. Like, uh, they don't really get any negative feedback, like very rarely, unless they go looking for it.
Mm,
So, and she got famous when she was like 15 or 16, which is like super young.
true.
Um, so for her, her whole life was built around being the nice girl, not offending anyone, not saying your opinion,
Mm,
not um, making other people upset. Nice girl. And but like, how long can you put up with that? Like, eventually there will be something might happen. Somebody might get hurt. I mean, the word one of the I remember I read Dr. Wayne Dyer's book a long time ago. It really helped me get over this thing too. He said, um, one thing you can never do in life is please everyone.
mm.
Like, if you try to please everyone, you won't be able to do it. That's unachievable. People say you can achieve anything in life. He said, there's one thing I cannot achieve is to please everyone.
It makes sense,
So
right?
yeah.
'Cause
And he
everybody
said the
wants
more
different
you try
things.
to please everyone, the more other people will get pissed off.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, and her struggle was real. I think a lot of other celebrities also go through that, especially the young ones who get young, really famous. Um, yeah, but good thing is now in Hollywood and in like music industry, they are very aware of mental health and stuff like that. So
Mm,
even celebrities amongst each other, they try to help each other, and they try to see, this person, they might need help or they might need some support.
mm,
So I guess the awareness is more there. But it's still very hard for a normal person to understand like how it is to be famous. I can understand a little bit because when I was in my grade 12, like my final year of my high school, we had this competition called Indian Idol. Like, you have American Idol, right? So there was
mm,
an Indian Idol, and there was a girl. So we had like three sections in grade 12, A, B, C. So I was in section C. There was a girl in B or A, and she got into the final when she was in grade 12, and she became super famous. And she couldn't finish her high school. She couldn't come to
mm,
school. Like, she couldn't walk in public. People were like chasing after her. Like, she had no privacy. Her her life was complete. There was no privacy left anymore. She never
mm,
finished her high school. She never did her degree and stuff. She just went on singing and creating a career out of it. But uh, I realized like this girl she can't have a normal life anymore. Like, she can't just say, "Oh, let's go and have some ice cream around the corner," because you go
mm,
there and people recognize you and they like trying to take pictures with you and stuff. And so there's no privacy anymore. It's very hard to have a normal life.
mm.
So I could understand a little bit when data, but it's still hard to understand like how these people might feel because they're at another completely they have a very abnormal life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the David Beckham documentary?
No, I haven't. The recent one,
I think
I
it's
haven't
pretty
seen.
recent. Yeah, it's on Netflix. But he mentioned something like that. Like, yeah, like when he lived in England, like he just couldn't go anywhere because like he's
Mm.
instantly recognized. And then when he played for the LA Galaxy, he moved to LA, and suddenly it was like there were so many other famous people there that he could finally kind of just blend in and just
Yeah.
go to a restaurant because he's like, well, Tom Cruise is eating somewhere down there, so like it takes the pressure away from him.
That's interesting. But he's still pretty famous. I think even in the US, a lot of people recognize. Yeah, but of course. Yeah. I mean, Indian cricketers, I don't know like if you know about cricket. Cricket is massive in India. Like, I used to play a lot when I was younger. After that, I fell out of love with it. And basically, I fell in love with football. So I've been ever since my grade 10, I've been only following football. But I've seen how people are like crazy about cricket, and cricketers are like treated like gods in India. They
Mm,
have no privacy. Like, you can't even like walk or like even the time you get off from out of your car and go to your apartment, there are like people there taking pictures and stuff like that. It is so crazy. But when these people they go to, let's say, Europe or some other place,
Right.
they can just walk around. Like I remember Yuvraj Singh was having, he's like, so cricket is only played between like maybe between 10 or 15 nations.
Mm.
In the rest of the kind of world, they don't really play cricket, or it's not that big. So whenever he would go to like these big countries, like cricket is big in UK, Australia, India, like all the Commonwealth nations. So here he would get recognized.
Mm.
There are a lot of Indians also living in those countries, so he would have a hard time. But he remember he said he one time he went to Denmark and he
Mm.
was just walking on the street and it felt surreal. It didn't feel real because nobody recognized him. He was
Mm.
just walking down the street, having fun, like just chilling, window shopping. He bought a coffee and just stood there trying to soak it in how it feels like to be a normal person.
That's awesome.
But Taylor Swift even if she goes to Antarctica, I don't think
Right.
she uh, she is so famous at this point. Like she was famous in 2015, but now her fame is at another level.
Mm.
I mean, it's gone through like three generations, I guess. They were like even there was another girl, Indian girl I met, and she said, "Oh, she was sitting between a grandma and her granddaughter. She was
Mm.
sitting in the middle of the in the concert. Like three generations, she was looking at grandma and her. So like, just look at us. We are like 20 years apart, all of us. We're attending the same concert. So yeah, her fame is like even people who don't know about music or stuff, they know who she is, at least vaguely who she is. Um,
I wonder if even
yeah,
the Eskimos know her.
I'm pretty sure they do. So now pop music and all these kind of music, it's everywhere. Like you can listen to pop music anywhere. Spotify is
Mm.
everywhere. YouTube is everywhere. Um, yeah, so even if they don't probably recognize her, but I think they will they probably might have heard one or two songs from her somehow,
Mm.
somewhere.
Dude, man, I really enjoyed our Maroon 5 concert that we went to in Fuwalk.
Mm. Yeah, me too. I had a lot of fun there. And it was chill too, and you were allowed to have beers inside, so that was more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
it was
there's
cool
also
that
different
he,
energy in the standing pen too. So yeah.
yeah.
There were lots of people there too, which was surprising. And it was the full complete concert with the sound system was great, so I was really happy.
Yeah, I heard that Maroon 5 they requested like a specific like setup in the place for their concert. Like they asked
Mm.
specifically how they wanted everything to be set up.
Mm. Yeah, usually most of the big bands have that. They have a certain thing.
Hmm.
Even for Taylor Swift concert, that's what they said they couldn't go to Philippines because they don't
Mm.
have the kind of infrastructure. But I don't think that's true. I mean, maybe that just the people from Singapore they wanted to have all the profits for themselves. But yeah,
6 concerts is a lot, man.
it's a lot, and there were a lot of. I mean, where would the Filipinos and Indonesian and Thai people go? I mean, the Vietnamese people. We had no choice. We had to go there, go to Singapore.
Yeah.
All the hotels were full. Everything was full. 2 days later, I went to Universal Studios. 90% of the people were wearing like Taylor Swift shirts and stuff. They were all Taylor fans,
Damn.
but
Dude,
everything was full. Like it boosted Singapore's economy for like 2 weeks.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
You have about 1 minute left, man. Do you have any final thoughts or any final words about your experience?
I mean, I would say is like when people think about they want to go to these concerts, they should just go for it. Like because even if you don't have any friends to go along, then you should go along because you will still have fun.
Mm.
And sometimes you might think, okay, this artist is going to come soon, they will be back soon. You never know. The last time Taylor Swift came to Southeast Asia was in 2015. It's 2024, almost 9 years.
Yeah,
So if you have a chance, beg, borrow, don't steal. Beg, borrow, do whatever you do, go for it because you will not regret it.
true. Especially if they're
Because
coming
these
around
memories
here.
and
Like,
these opportunities don't come that often.
like I missed
Yeah,
John Mayer. John Mayer came in like I think it was 2019, and I missed it. Like, I can't miss the
yeah,
next
me
one.
too. I love John Mayer too.
Dude, I love John Mayer.
But we missed it. We missed it. What can we do? Maybe
Hopefully
he'll be
he'll
back.
come back. I hope so. I hope so. All right, bro. I'm gonna sign out,
Yeah.
man. I'll see you next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Take care.
Take
See you,
care,
man.
man. Peace.
Yeah.